Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are talking about my current favorite drugstore obsessions. Not like my all-time ride or die favorite drugstore products. These are things that I've discovered in the last month and I'm obsessed with them. I was sitting down to make an July favorites video, and almost everything that I had picked out was drugstore, and I was like, I'm just gonna do a current drugstore beauty obsessions video, with current kind of new makeup that I've picked up, that I've been trying, and then I threw in some other tried and true favorites as well. But these have been shocking to me, absolutely shocking. I don't think I've ever tried so little, because I remember back in the days, you guys probably remember if you followed me for a while, but back in the days when I used to do really, really big Ulta hauls and things like that, and buy a crap ton of makeup, I felt like I never liked anything as much as I like this, and this is so much of it I've gotten recently, but it has all worked out. I think it's because I'm just really trying to be a smarter consumer, and I didn't necessarily look up reviews on any of this stuff, but I did kind of really figure out what I really wanted to purchase. And so I am so excited to talk to you guys about these things. So some of them you may have heard of before, but a lot of these are going to be new to my favorites. So the first thing we'll start with is primer. Catrice, you guys know how much I love this. I cannot wait to try more Catrice primers, but I'm going to use this one up first. This is my favorite primer. It's getting to be my favorite ever. I love my Rimmel Fix and Perfect Pro, but this is a nude. It's called the Nude Glow Primer. Prime and Fine Catrice Cosmetics. It has instant luminous finish, has pomegranate oil in it, and I just love it. It's so, so, so good. I highly recommend if you like an illuminating primer, and I've heard that Catrice has other really good primers as well, so maybe check those out. I'm definitely going to when I finish this one up, but I'm loving this. And then one of my old drugstore favorites is my Real Technique sponge, and recently I went to Ulta because I went on vacation. I literally got back today from vacation, and I was at the beach and I had forgotten a beauty blender, which never happens to me, but did happen to me at the beach. And so I went out to buy this, and it was buy one get one free at Ulta. So I got 2 of them, but I forgot how much I love this sponge. I've been just using my beauty blender, but I love the Real Technique sponge. It's just so good. I love this sponge so much. So that's a really good one for a drugstore. That's a great beauty blender dupe. Then for foundations, you guys, I think you're gonna be shocked, but if you saw my $1 makeup tutorial, that Santee Flawless Perfect Finish Foundation, this stuff is so good. I love the natural dewy finish that it gives my skin. It lasts a long time. I mean, it's not a 24-hour wear foundation, but this will last me 6 to 8 hours and look really nice without needing to excessively powder. And then I can powder it down and it'll still look really good. And this is $1. Yeah, it's small. You get 0.7 ounces, so it's not the same as a full fluid ounce like the Flower Beauty, but it's $1, you guys. So if you like matte finish, you're not gonna like this, but if you like kind of that dewy finish, you might love this. Shop Miss A, check it out. My next favorite foundation is this Almay one, which I did a video on testing new makeup, and I totally was a stinker about this product because I was like, this was $19, and for the drugstore that felt so expensive to me for a drugstore foundation, and it is honestly so good. I wore it so much at the beach until it got too late for me, and it is the best blend forever makeup, and the shade I got is 140 Beige. This has SPF 40, so it's kind of the perfect foundation when you really want to wear SPF, and it's the perfect tinted moisturizer if you mix a little bit of your moisturizer with it and just make your own. So you can use this 2 different ways because it really is a medium coverage foundation, but you can also use it as a tinted moisturizer, which is what I did at the beach, and I'm loving this. Natural radiant finish. It's not matte, but it's not super dewy. Looks really nice, lasts long enough. Just really, really, really good. And the 140 Beige is a great match for my skin tone. Not right now. I'm a little bit tanner than I normally am, but it's just a gorgeous foundation. Then I also have been obsessed with the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Foundation. I did not know if I was going to like this. I had a good feeling about it because I know I saw Nikki Tutorials use it, and I think I saw Tati use it, and I obviously saw Drew Barrymore use it. But this is the Luminous Makeup Nude Skin Feel All Day Wear. It has SPF of 18, and the shade I got is Natural Beige M1. And I didn't know when I was first putting it on how I was going to like it, but the coverage is really good. It's very medium, and it really does have this kind of radiant, light reflecting property to it. It's not a full coverage foundation, but it's not sheer. It really is in that middle, that kind of light medium, I would say more medium, but buildable. I put on I say one coat when I'm doing my face, right? So I'm just like beating my face with foundation, it's fine. But I did like one coat, and then I just went over like a couple areas where I get a lot of redness, which is like right under my nose and then on my cheeks. And so I loved this. This also lasts a long time. It's just such a good drugstore foundation. Like, I'm honestly so impressed with the drugstore foundations I chose to buy this year, because I didn't choose a lot, but I knew I wanted a couple that were more kind of radiant and dewy, and I feel like I nailed it. Like, I'm so pleased with these foundations. So pleased. Because I don't want to wear like a full coverage cake face mask when I'm doing, like when I'm going to be out in the summer heat. That's just like not what I want to wear. And today I'm not wearing one of those. I'm wearing my Josie Maran Vibrancy foundation, because those are too light for me now that I'm tan. So this is like as close as I could get, but it's even a little bit too light for me, but it works out okay. So yeah, loving those foundations so much. And then the one I had to throw in here, because it's a major favorite for me every month right now, is the Mega Cushion Foundation from Wet n Wild. This has SPF 15. I think this is like the best cushion foundation I've ever used. And I don't say that because it's like the best foundation ever, cushion foundation. I say it because it's the best cushion foundation for your money. Because you can buy $50, $60 cushion foundations from really expensive brands like Dior, and I don't know if YSL makes one, but I know Dior makes one, and other companies make one. But this one, the coverage is, I've never used another like cushion foundation that's expensive and felt like this wasn't just as good, if not better. And it's so buildable. Like, you can do a really sheer layer with a beauty blender or a brush, or you can really build it up to make it medium to full coverage. And it has SPF 15. It's like the perfect no makeup light foundation look. Like, if my daughter was like, my daughter, which I'm going to have a daughter, so exciting. If you haven't watched my gender reveal video, sorry I spoiled it. It's a baby girl that we're having, and we're so excited about it. But if I had a daughter, why do I keep saying that? I'm going to have a daughter. When my daughter grows up and is, you know, like 15, 16, 17, and maybe she could wear a little bit of makeup, although I did not literally wear makeup until college, you guys. I know that's really crazy. A lot of people wear it earlier. But if she would want to wear makeup and would want like something, like if she even out her skin tone, this is what I would recommend, because you can make it so lightweight that it's barely noticeable. But you can also build it up to be like much more medium coverage and make your skin look really flawless. It's just so good. This is such a good foundation. So I like this way more than the Maybelline Cushion Foundation. And this is also, a Wet n Wild is cruelty free. So I love that too. Okay. Then I have to, before I forget about this, you guys, I'm obsessed with my AOA brushes. So this looks like a Sigma kit, I know, but this is from AOA, and I showed it in my $1 makeup haul, which I'll link below for you guys. But I got all of these AOA brushes that are, these are all AOA brushes in here, except for this Real Techniques brush. All of these face brushes, each of these were $1, and then I got like 12 or 13 eye brushes or something for 10 bucks. And so each of these brushes basically is $1 or less, and they're amazing. I only took these brushes with me on vacation. That is all I took with me to the beach. They are amazing. I use this one for blush, this one for bronzer contour, and this one for highlight. That's why I got those 3. And then the rest, I have such a great mix of eye brushes, fluffy blending, crease brushes, tapered blending, pencil brushes. I mean, I could not possibly highly recommend these enough. Like, I am floored. I thought these were going to feel like crap. They weren't going to be soft. They were going to be horrible. Turns out they're like the best brushes ever in the world. I don't know why I would ever spend $20 on a MAC 217 again. And that's being totally honest, because at this point, like, why would I do that if AOA, it makes a brush that to me is exactly like a MAC 217. Where is it? This one. The AOA Studio E129. This looks so almost identical to a MAC 217. Look at these. And this pink one's $1, and the black one is like $17 or something like that. Why would I do that? This one is just as good. I mean, it's just so, I'm so impressed, you guys. I'm honestly so impressed. I can't believe that I love these as much as I do. They're just so good. I did my eye look today, my face look, everything besides the beauty blender and my powder brush, which is a Morphe brush, using these brushes. What? It's amazing. It's amazing. So in love. So pleased with that purchase. Absolutely love Shop Miss A and most of what I got from there. So the next thing I got from Shop Miss A that I actually have been really loving is the AOA Studio Perfect Finishing Pressed Powder. So here's the situation with this. I'm just going to show you because I'm going to be straight up front honest with you. When you touch this pan, there's literally dust that flies everywhere. Like if I keep using this, this will be gone this month. And I use this like a few, 4 or 5 times at the beach. But I'm gonna hit pan on this really quickly. If you do not like a lot of kick up, a lot of dust with your powders, you're not going to like this. But if you don't mind a little bit of it, to save a penny or two, this is $1. And my shade is 154 beige. And yeah, I bought this, so I'm going to use it. Will I buy it again? I like my Cover Outlast better, but I do still really like this. It gives nice coverage and it lasts a long time, so I mean, it's $1. I don't know. It's like, it's hard to pass up when you know it's good just because it's powdery, right? You're gonna hit pan faster. But if you spend $1 a month on powder, that's still $12 a year, which is generally less than any other powder that you can buy even at the drugstore. So I'm a big fan of this. It's pretty dusty. That part kind of sucks, but it's a really good powder. So it's the AOA Studio Perfect Finishing Pressed Powder in 154 beige. Then 2 other powders I've been loving. The first one is, I know you guys are shocked, I tried Coty Airspun for the first time. I have never been able to find this. Never been able to find this in Ulta and Walmart and Walgreens, anywhere. I literally have never, ever, 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 ever found this powder until Walmart had it, and they had one left in the whole thing. They had like one that was a color, and then they had one that was the translucent original one. It does have more of that strong scent to it, which I think people talk about. Specifically, I remember Tati talking about it, but this is such a good baking powder. This might be like the most finely milled powder I've ever used. I mean, it is so finely milled. You don't feel like it's gonna like cake up or look weird or stick to concealer or anything like that. It goes on perfectly smoothly. It's so easy to wipe away. I mean, if I ever run out of this, which I don't see how that's possible because there's so much powder in here, I'm absolutely repurchasing it. Like, I love this stuff so much. I am a diehard fan already after like 3 weeks of using it. The next powder I bought the same day I got the Coty Airspun, which I was like, Abby, do you really need 2 powders? But this was so intriguing to me. The package I loved this packaging, even though it's really like big and kind of hefty. It is the Flower Beauty, what is it called again? Miracle Glow Satin Finishing Powder. Now, I bought this because I know a lot of people really like the, is it the Hourglass like finishing veil type powder? It's like the one with a little net in it people are loving. And that's like a satin finishing powder too. And this says that it has an ambient glow and it minimizes the appearance of imperfections. And I thought this would be really perfect for what I want this summer, which is kind of that like all over radiance. Like, I don't want to look wet and shiny and like greasy, but I want to look really dewy and fresh and radiant, and I don't want to be like matte cake face powder. That's not what I want to look like in the summer. And I didn't have anything like this in my collection. The only thing that I really had were the Hourglass Ambient glow powders, and these sometimes can just have like too much of a sheen to them, I think. And so I absolutely am loving this powder. I'm wearing it today, which is why I was kind of like showing you guys what it looks like. I'm wearing it everywhere except for on my bake, because that's my Coty Airspun powder, which I'm also wearing today. But I love this powder. So when I want more of that matte finish, like if I'm wearing more of a shiny foundation, I may wear the Perfect Finishing Powder or take this with me to touch up. And then generally I'm finishing right now with this powder and absolutely loving it. Like, loving it. So, so, so good. Along with that, my favorite like bronzer blush right now is this. This was a total impulse buy. I wanted to try a bronzer by Flower Beauty, and they only had like this was all my Walmart had. It's the Lift and Sculpt Contouring Palette, and it is, I got the light to medium, and it has your highlighter, your blush, and your bronzer. All 3 of these shades are so nice for my skin tone. I'm wearing a different blush today, but I had been wearing this every day for weeks. It's just like this perfect pink flush for the summer. It's totally gorgeous. The bronzer works really well with my skin tone, and this highlight is also just really gorgeous, and everything is very buttery. So it works really well. Let me just swatch these for you. They're a little bit, they're not creamy, but can you see how I rubbed my finger in the pink blush, and it is a little bit powdery. So you just want to like kick off the excess. I'm trying to get the, can you see the bronzer too? So you want to kick off the excess because it is a little powdery. That's what I find with this palette too. But I don't mind it. Again, I don't mind kick up and powdery shadows in my eyeshadows or in any of my bronzers, bronzers, highlights, or blushes ever, as long as they provide pigment and as long as they blend. Now, if I have like a lot of kick up with my shadows and with anything that I'm using and there's either no pigment that's coming off or, you know, it's not blending and it's just like really patchy, obviously I don't like those. But this is so good, so blendable. The colors are beautiful. They work very well for the light to medium skin tone range. And I think it would even work really well with fair skin tones. And I think that, you know, it's a good formula. It's not something that is patchy. It's not something that doesn't deposit any color. There's a lot of color payoff. You get a lot of bang for your buck. I even though it's powdery, I just dipped my blush brush in here once. And yeah, can you see the kick up? There, I hope you guys can see that. But I dab it off a little on my hand, and then I'm wearing like a peach blush, but I can just put a little bit more on. But it gives you like instant color. There is no, and I'm not really putting much of this on right now, but there is no like disappearing. It's not a disappearing act. The bronzer gives a lot of color, the blush gives a lot of color, and the highlight gives a pop. So let's put on a little of this highlight. I'll show you. I need a mirror. I just realized I have no mirror. If this palette had a mirror, it would be even better, huh? Wait, can you guys see? Do you see that? Do you see? What? You guys saw me. I tapped it into that highlight one time, and that just like completely amped up my highlight, right? Situation. I mean, that is like a whole other animal. Yes, it is, and I love it. I love it. I was wearing this highlighter every day, but I did not travel with this palette. I find it sometimes can be hard to travel with palettes, so I normally travel with individual highlighters, but loving this so much. I know I'm talking a lot about each product, but I really want you guys to understand why I love it and not just be like, I love this, go buy it. You know what I mean? Because I'm not about that. Okay. Shoot, I still have so much more to go over. It's insane. So for brows, I'm obsessed with these AOA products. I've been using them since I posted that video. Since I posted that $1 makeup video, I have been using these every single day. The AOA Studio Sculpting Brow Pencil, I think it's in medium brown. I don't know, it doesn't say. It's brunette or brown, whatever it is. And then the AOA Go Brow Fiber Gel. And this is a brown shade too. And these are amazing. If you don't, one has a spoolie on the end and it has that thicker kind of triangle tip. So if you don't like that tip, you're not gonna like this. It's not like a really thin tip like the Anastasia Brow Wiz. It's thicker, but this fiber gel, you guys, is seriously so good. It has completely changed my brow game. I'm so obsessed with this fiber gel, and I will repurchase it when I run out of that. I've been using it every single day, and even if I don't have enough time to do like my full brow, which generally I always do my full brows, but I don't have enough time, I put that fiber gel on and it makes a huge, huge, huge difference. And I cannot get over my highlight right now and how much that amped it up. I hope you guys could see how good that was. All right, let's go to highlighter palette again because this Milani one is life-changing. I got the Rose Glow Stellar Lights palette, and it is just gorgeous. This is kind of like a rose gold color, a gold, and then like that kind of icy white. And we'll go ahead and swatch these for you guys. The icy white I'll put down there. Can you guys see how amazing those are? I have been wearing these when I'm not wearing the Flower Beauty one. These are the ones that I'm wearing. I mean, I love them so, so, so much. They're just so good. You can make them, you can have a light hand with it. You can have an intense hand with it and make it, you know, really like ba-bam, highlighters on my face. Or you can just like be really, you know, gentle with it and light with it, and it can still look really, really, really good. Before the Flower Beauty, I was wearing a very light wash of the Milani. And another one of my favorite tricks, you guys, which I'll just tell you in here because why not, is to take my beauty blender and the one that I used to put my foundation on with, and this was today I used this, and just to kind of go over that highlighter if I feel it's a little too strong, and just kind of veil it so that it just like blends everything together. And I do that with my blush and my bronzer and everything. I always, like my powder, like I always veil with my beauty blender because it just really helps it blend into your skin and sink in and not look like cake face. You guys know what I'm saying. So, obsessed with this palette, love it so much, think it's $10, really pleased that I bought it. I debated this on like 3 different trips to Walmart. I was like, is it good, is it good, is it good? And then I think I saw it in a Kathleen Lights video where she was like raving about it, or Tati, I can't remember who it was. And I was like, all right, done. Next time I go, I'm gonna buy it. So I have that. 2 favorite eyeshadow drugstore palettes, you guys. Things that I never buy, drugstore eyeshadow palettes, for real. I never ever do it. But obsessed with this Milani palette. This is the Earthy Elements Everyday Eyes. I have literally used this every day. And the LA Colors Matte Eyeshadow Quad. And this is in, I don't know, it says mattifying. I don't know, it's just the matte eyeshadow quad. I think I got this from Shop Miss A. Obsessed with both of these. Literally using them every single day. They have perfect transition colors, perfect darkening colors, a perfect warm coral color if I want to warm it up. This one has a few shimmers too. I'm completely obsessed. I traveled with both of these. I packed these eyeshadow palettes and my Dream Street palette for a couple of shimmers too. But these were the only like really transition-y shades that I packed, and I'm completely obsessed with both of these palettes. They're so good. So I got this at Shop Miss A, this at Walmart, but I know you can buy Milani at Walgreens, I think, too. Okay, 2 favorite concealers, which I should have done with foundation, but I wasn't focused on. The Catrice Liquid Camouflage, you guys, is one of the best concealers I've ever used. And I know there are a lot of people out there who really love this concealer. It is that good. I am wearing it today. It is full coverage. It does not crease. It does not crinkle. It does not wrinkle. It does not look weird. It's so good. It's not clumpy. It doesn't just like bunch up. It's perfect. It's so perfect. I'm completely obsessed with this concealer and I love it, and I can't, like, every time I reach for something else, I'm like, no, I need this. And you guys know how much I love some of my other concealers, like my Maybelline Fit Me. I also really love my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. I had been really loving my Taunt You Doll Ultra Wear, but even this is better than that because it goes on lighter. It's not quite as thick as that one, but it covers just as well. So I'm really impressed with this. And then on days when I want like lighter coverage, like say I'm using my Wet n Wild Cushion Foundation and I want like a no makeup, but I still want some under eye coverage, my Photo Focus Concealer from Wet n Wild is amazing. This is so good. I did not love this foundation, but this concealer is really good. And I'll tell you guys, and the Catrice one is waterproof, by the way. My shade in this is Light Beige 020, and my shade in the Wet n Wild is Light Ivory. And I just love this. Like if I want just a little bit of extra coverage on my under eyes when on a day where I don't want like a full glam face, this is what I'm reaching for. Now if I want like full coverage, I'm going for the Catrice. So these are 2 different kind of looks that I'm going for. Favorite new lip pencil ever is the Kokie Cosmetics Warm Nude Lip Liner. This thing is like my perfect nude lip liner. I can wear it with any nude look, any nude lipstick, any nude lip gloss. I've been looking for something like this for what feels like so long. I was using Kylie Cosmetics Candy K, but it's a little bit too cool tone for me. I love the liquid lipstick, but as a nude lip liner with like everything, I needed something a little bit warmer. And I like Rimmels a lot, but I saw this the other day and I love the grip that the handle has, and the twist up is just easier. The applicator is just easier. I think it's a little bit bigger than the Rimmel one, and I'm just a huge fan. I feel like I've been using this every single day to at least line them a little, but I can't wait to try more Kokie lip liners. These work really well. And then my current favorite lipsticks are liquid lipsticks from the, I don't know if it's all called the Dream Street collection, but it's the Kathleen Lights ColourPop collection. The Ultra Glossy Lip in Moonchild, the Ultra Satin Lip in Dreamy, and what I'm wearing today, which is the Ultra Satin Lip in Rever? Eek, I don't know. But this is literally my perfect red orange. And I love the ColourPop Ultra Satin collection, and I think that formula is really, really, really good. And so I didn't know, I hadn't even seen this collection, but I picked it up recently at Ulta because they still had it, and I got her Dream Street palette as well, which I'm testing out. But I just did not realize that the ones in her collection were Ultra Satin lips, and I'm so glad she did that instead of the Ultra Matte lips, because the Ultra Matte ColourPop lips can be so, so, so drying, I find, but the Ultra Satin are so good, and they still like last so long. Even though they're not transfer proof, they still last a really long time and look really good. I've been wearing this for like 3 hours. I've been drinking water. I've been talking to you guys. I've been cleaning the house. Not that that has anything to do with my mouth. But these are really good, and they're just like my perfect colors. Like this gorgeous color, which what did I call it? It's called Dreamy, is such a good, perfect neutral for me that's a really good combination of warm and cool, and it's like that rosy peach. I wore it so much at the beach. And then the Ultra Glossy Lip in Moonchild is just like, I mean, it's like a nude, glittery lip gloss. It's perfect over anything, except probably the red lip that I'm wearing right now. But I had one more favorite, and it's packed right now, and I did not unpack it to show it to you guys, but I'm just going to tell you guys. It's the Flower Beauty Make It, I think it's called the Make It Last Matte Setting Spray. It's unbelievable. The sprayer on it is so like, it's way better than anything I've ever tried. Way better than Cover FX, because you can actually feel it coming out on your face. It's so, so, so good. I love my Morphe one too, but that Flower Beauty one, it also, the scent of it is the best smelling scent ever. I don't know what it is. I can't think of it. It takes me back to my childhood. It takes me back to something that somebody I knew used to wear, like a perfume or a scent of some kind, and I really want to know what it is, but I honestly have no idea. I haven't been able to figure it out. So if you have any guesses on what it could possibly be, let me know. It just smells, the smell of it is so good. I think it's called the Make It Last. It's the matte setting spray. It's not the dewy one. It's the one with the purple lid. So those are my current drugstore beauty obsessions and some of the new makeup that I've tried that I'm literally like obsessed with. Like, this is stuff that, all of this is stuff that I would, if I only had this to use for a month, I would be so happy. And I think that like really says something about what I'm feeling about drugstore makeup right now. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more like this, specific to drugstore, things like that, give this video a thumbs up so that I know I love you guys so much, and I will see you all on my next video. Mwah!